Bronwyn exposed Meredith's off-camera chessboard. Lisa proved she still can't hear anything but her own tagline, and everyone else pretended they'd learned deep life lessons. It's part 3 of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City reunion. Let's get into it. We open on Britney sobbing like she just got bumped from first class to Comfort Plus. On the couch, Meredith notes she didn't pull her hair or toss wine, just called out bad behavior and got a Broadway-level meltdown. Andy drags in the plain truthers, and Mary's recap instantly becomes canon.
People really fall in line with what Mary Cosby is saying.
A cute cult nod. Britney shuffles back out and announces she's moved on. Andy pivots to Meredith's party favors at Bronwyn's tea party. A viewer asks why she handed them out but never took one. Meredith offers to test on the spot to protect her business. Andy asks if she wants to own anything about the plane. She gives the bare minimum, and we move on. Finally. Andy slides into life updates. Whitney's business tanked, she had to buy back her own inventory, and now she fully owns Wild Rose and a marriage where she and Justin are raw communicating. Mary naps through it like performance art. Heather's glowing as an empty nester. Angie says Electra's still half Greek, half cowgirl, and Britney swears her kids are her top priority while clinging to the man that proves they're not. Andy compares John's embarrassing Lisa to Todd and Bronwyn. Lisa says she felt completely undervalued. Andy says viewers think she struggles with accountability. Lisa sells their marriage as perfect, and Mary slices through it.
But if your husband tells you you're not a good listener, then that means you're not.
Lisa refuses the note. She doesn't want feedback, she wants final cut. Bronwyn time. We revisit her running an elder care youth hostel while Muzzy stomps around in Good Mormon cosplay, gets dragged online, briefly self-reflects, then decides it's Bronwyn's fault. Andy rolls a Todd package and hands Bronwyn the mic. She takes a breath and drops it. She and Todd are separated. Her choice. Bronwyn says, watching herself back, she saw a woman offering things she didn't want and turning into Todd's accommodation machine. When she confided in Whitney, Todd's response wasn't, "I'm hurting you." It was, "Stop talking about this." She felt isolated, downgraded from wife to his PR rep. Whitney starts sobbing. She asks for a minute and runs to Justin backstage to confess she feels like the opposite. He's the perfect husband, and she's the one screwing it up on camera. And he hits the standard, "We're fine, we'll figure it out." Back on the couch, Andy asks if the show broke Bronwyn and Todd. She says the marriage was already cracking. The show just flipped a light on it. We boomerang back to Greece and the Mother's Day call, which is somehow still on the call sheet. Britney's annoyed Meredith took a call from Brooks mid-grilling when they all missed their kids. Meredith finally says what actually set her off. She felt set up by production. She claims she complained all day, it got cut, and now it looks like she melted down over a missed call. Mary literally weeps for production, while Whitney does a shout-out to the crew speech. Andy plays the Grease lunch where Whitney, Bronwyn, and Mary talk about Meredith's mood swings, drinking, and weird energy. Meredith says there's no truth to it. Whitney clarifies she apologized for labeling her an addict. Then Bronwyn drags Meredith out of her marble tower. Meredith brings up the Seth in New York rumor and says Bronwyn made an accusation. Bronwyn says she was careful. She never claimed to know who he was with, just that if it were Todd, the women would have built a storyline around it. Meredith insists she never talked about Todd. Bronwyn reminds her she sat there while her bestie did.
Did I ever contribute to saying anything about your marriage?
You didn't contribute to stopping it.
Bronwyn says she felt like Meredith's assistant. Useful for intel, disposable once Meredith had the tea. Off camera, Meredith would summon her, ask for updates, send her back out like a courier pigeon, then play shocked on camera and let Bronwyn eat it. For the first time all reunion, Meredith actually looks rattled. She tries the calm, cross-examined voice, and Bronwyn shuts it down.
Today, you are not going to do this question or statement bullshit with me.
Bronwyn calls out Meredith's favorite trick, doing conversations off camera so she can deny and clarify later. Meredith finally blinks, apologizes directly for making her feel used, and Bronwyn accepts. She's the only one who gets a real apology out of Meredith. We close on the least essential storyline of the night, Lisa and Angie's fake estranged sister act. Angie says Lisa's expectations are unrealistic and she wants to connect deeper, not just glam, God, and Diet Coke. Lisa swears she's the one trying to go deep. They agree they're in a petty hamster wheel and vow to move only forward. See you next season when somebody likes the wrong comment. Andy tries to end on a positive note. He makes them each share one thing they've learned. Whitney says failure is just God or the universe redirecting you. She means her business, but we all hear her marriage. Brittany picks patience and grounding, ideally not in trademark law or Jared's phone. Bronwyn says change isn't always failure, sometimes it's necessary. Lisa's big revelation is intake, listening to understand, not just to respond. Cute slogan, jury's still out. They close with Angie's baklava toast about health being wealth and the Sisters of Salt being nothing without each other. Andy yells Opa, and we fade out on a group more fractured than ever. Did this reunion change how you see any of them, or are we renewing the same mess next season? Let me know in the comments.